what time it is. And I know my co-host is going to love our first topic. We have a little anniversary here that we all knew so well. This one blew my mind, man. I guess I just didn't realize how long this has been on. Mind you, too, I like it, but I quit watching it at a certain point, so I need to go back and just start over. I catch up, but we have an anniversary for It's Always Sunny.
Hey.
20 years.
Have you been watching the new season?
No, that's what I'm saying is I need to go back and catch up because at one point I quit watching, and I don't like to jump back into the show.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I need to restart it. But I got to ask, this, to your knowledge, have you been watching this consistently? Like this whole, did you watch it from the beginning? Have you been watching this show the whole 20 years that you know?
I didn't. I don't. So you're asking if I watched it when it first came out?
Right. Did you watch it when it originally started airing? Or
No, I'm trying to remember what season it was. I want to say 4 or 5.
Okay, so you did come in later, like I did. I didn't start watching it when it first aired, but.
No, because I remember when I first found out about it, I was like, "Oh, Danny DeVito's not in the first season," and
yeah, which I didn't know either until I started, watching it. But this was actually a show I would have never even. I don't know if when it first came out, I remember it coming out and Danny DeVito was in it. I love Danny DeVito, but it just didn't. I just was kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. But you actually were the one when we started doing this podcast. We bring it up all the time. You were actually the reason I started watching this. I didn't start watching this until.
Oh, wow.
Praising it all the time. Yeah. So how about that?
So I'm pretty sure I started watching it because of Craig. I believe Craig told me about it, told me the story about how this show was like part of a contest. So did you know that this?
No, I did not.
So this show was originally a contest, and Rob McElhenry, however you say his name, and Charlie Day were friends, and they put in for this contest like FX was doing, or maybe it wasn't FX at the time.
No, it was. I remember this. Yeah, I don't remember the whole story, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They used to do this a lot. Have people submit their pitches for ideas of a show, and they pitched this show, and that's why the first season is so I mean, the show's never been highbrow or high. No, but the whole like I've mentioned this before, and like I said, I want to start back over and keep going. But what drew me to it after you had directed me to it was I've always made the tie-in to Seinfeld. Now, it's not exactly like Seinfeld. Actually, it's well, from what I've seen, it's better, and I love Seinfeld. But it boils down to the same basic principle on both shows: horrible fucking people. Like a lot of people don't get Seinfeld. And were pissed off at the season finale when they all ended up getting locked up. And I'm like, they should have been locked up there. Fuck everybody from their past. They fucked over.
Spoilers!
Right, spoilers. So that
sorry,
premise,
I've never seen all of Seinfeld.
Lives in this show, but it's a lot better done. But these are horrible fucking people. They're horrible, and it's hilarious.
Yo, no, they're terrible people.
They're
Dennis is possibly a serial killer or serial rapist. I mean, Dennis is horrible.
He comes off a little rapey. I do think that's a thing. Yeah.
The rest of them are dicks. Dennis is probably he's horrible. And it's funny. They just did an episode that was you've seen the first episode, you've seen the beginning of the show. You've seen a lot of it.
At least the first 3 seasons. I was at least that far.
They revisited. So in the first season, I think it's episode 3. They have an episode called Underage Drinking, a National Problem or something like that.
Yeah.
Where Dennis and Dee get invited to prom by these 2 high school kids. And they just made a new episode where these kids are drinking at their bar. It's funny that they even mentioned, didn't we just deal with this problem? Because in the underage drinking one, they started letting the kids drink at their bar. They're like, well, it's better if we're watching them, right? Than them just getting alcohol from a homeless man on the street. So they let these kids drink in the bar, and And the new episode, there's a bunch of kids that are drinking in the bar, and they're like, "How old are you?" And they're like, "Fuck you, Grandpa." and then it turns out one of the kids is the couple that used them in that first episode, that early episode, to get with each other. Tammy and I forget what her name was, but they brought these two actors back that were the teenagers in the first that third episode. So they kind of brought it back with this. It was pretty funny.
And again, to me, and I know some shows do it. I don't know. I don't know what they classify this as. I don't know if this is considered a comedy, or if this. I don't know what they consider this. But 20 years is a long, long time. And definitely, congratulations.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know what to call this show. It's not a sitcom, really.
Not really.
It's not a drama. Like, I don't even know what you classify it as.
I think it's just a comedy.
I guess it's a comedy, and for a comedy to be on for 20 years.
Well, not only that, but
any show, period. But a comedy,
a comedy that was originally just a pitch from two people, like,
and to my knowledge,
and now Charlie Day is huge.
I was going to say none of these people were huge other than DeVito, right? Like these other three were not.
Well,
at that time they were.
So Caitlin Olsen and why can't I think of Dennis Reynolds' name? They're both, I think, actors, but they weren't like big actors. The other two weren't actors at all. They were just the people that.
I kind of think Caitlin Olsen. Yeah, she was in it a little bit. Yeah, no one was a huge star.
I think they were both like you'd see them. They're one of those actors you see here and there, and like one episode. But then after the first season, they're like, okay, we like the show, we want to keep the show, but we need a little bit of star power, and they got Danny DeVito, who was up for holy crap the stuff he does in this show. And from my understanding, he loves doing this show.
Oh, that's what I read too. And
I think he'd be retired if it wasn't for this show.
I would say if anyone is on the fence about this show, but they love Danny DeVito, then you need to fucking watch his show. This might be Danny DeVito's best stuff, and I love Danny DeVito. He's done some great things.
I would say it is. I mean,
I was a huge Taxi fan, and he was that dick on there. But this show, this is Danny DeVito's best work.
Oh, I love it.
Other than Penguin, I got to give you love, Danny. Other than the Penguin, Batman Returns, this is your best work.
Matilda, I don't care. Danny DeVito is a star in everything he's in.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I agree. This was probably my favorite. Now, maybe it's because I'm very partial to the show. I love the show. But
yeah, DeVito will draw you in. That's all. I think a DeVito fan would love the show too because of DeVito. So,
funny thing is as much as I love Danny DeVito, he might be my least favorite character on the show.
Well, there you
go. Because I love all of them.
Yeah.
So. All right. We should probably move on. Otherwise, this is becoming an It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast.
Right. Let's move on to happy / sad stuff. Right about a week after he passes, we celebrated Hulk Hogan's birthday this week. So, wrong picture, but that's okay. That's not the birthday one.
That looks fine.
But this is fine. This was actually taken. No, don't go there yet. You're going ahead. What are you doing?
Wait, where's the Hulk Hogan birthday one?
It's fine. It's okay. Just stay there. You still spoil the next one yet. You're okay. Just stay there. Happy birthday to Hulk. We'll move on to this one. That's fine. I'll just take Hulk out of the studio. I don't want you to move the next one yet because it's crazy. But anyway, this was taken outside of Hulk Hogan's funeral. And
I just want to say this is a cool picture. This looks like a perfectly Hulk Hogan one.
People that were there, several people, including Bam from Bam Israel, whatever his name is, and DDP also took a photo with this cloud outside of Hulk Hogan's funeral. So that's pretty cool, man. The Hulk's even selling out heaven, brother. And if you want to send me hate mail because I said Hulk was in heaven, that would be at the BoomerBillyShow@gmail.com. If you want to,
let me put that down.
Or if you just want to fucking tweet me. Yes, I said Hulk sold out heaven, brother. We're gonna keep, and it's cool, right? It's cool. No matter what, it's coincidence, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool because that cloud does look like Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan's probably the reason why ICE invaded heaven.
Jesus.
So you've seen
him. He's back to being the heel, folks.
He's back. Have you seen the new episode of South Park?
No, not yet.
Oh, so that's what that was referencing. They invade heaven and arrest a bunch of dead Mexicans that are in heaven.
South Park.
So that was a reference to that. I wasn't fully being a heel, but that was.
I was listening to Eric Bischoff's show, and he was talking about being at the Celebration of Life. Vince McMahon was there. That shouldn't be a shock. I mean, it was Hulk Hogan's. But anyway, Nick, of course, went up to talk about his dad, and Eric said that he was holding it together pretty well, and he admits he's an emotional guy. He said Disney movies can make him cry, like Eric Bischoff admits he's emotional. Said he held it together pretty well the whole time, and then Nick ended his, tribute to his dad, his speech, whatever you want to call it, with, "What you gonna do when Hulkamania is watching down on you?" And Eric said that made him ball. Obviously, Eric, he didn't rip his shirt off in pose, but that was his dad by saying that pretty cool little tagline. And so there you go. Hulk Hogan's been laid to rest. And I don't know if you got to see this. I kind of touched on this when this all happened, but Brooke Hogan actually ended up going on TMZ because, and I know how this goes. This is where I'll get hated again. You think I'm playing favorites to Hulk. I'm not. And I understand when people are celebrities, you got to deal with certain stuff. But she basically went on TMZ to say she wants to be left alone. And these people are coming after her because their golden ticket, which was her father, is now gone. So they feel the need to attack Brooke. She didn't go to the funeral because she didn't want to deal with the cameras in her face and the story.
Gotcha.
All that. So she it's a pretty good video. I'm like, oh, I see a little Hulk in there. She cut a fucking promo. And she also called out whoever's leaking this shit to the news media and said, "You need to lawyer up because I'm ready to go. I'm tired of this. I just want to live my life. I have kids. I have a husband. I don't want to be. I just want to live my life." So, what
you gonna do when Brooke Hogan runs wild over the courtrooms?
I don't want to make funny of it, but yeah, it was kind of like a wrestling promo. She fucking definitely cut a promo. Whoever is the one that thinks it's cool to go after Brooke, like she's not even in the will, so I don't know what they think they're going to accomplish. Brooke gets nothing. She didn't want anything because of this shit that's happening. So I don't even know what the purpose of attacking her or making her look like she hated her dad so much she didn't go to the funeral. Like, again, people, all I'm asking is give it a couple weeks and then you can go back to doing whatever. But let people grieve a little. Shit. Before we move on, don't change the graphic yet because I can't even believe this is a real thing. To lay down a little quick work, I don't want the bullshit coming to be 8 hours, but I'll lay out a little quick background. So a few weeks ago, the WNBA women were protesting about their pay. Saying they're not paying enough. Now, the only thing I'm going to say about it real quick, this has nothing to do with whether the athletes are female or male, but you play for a league that is not making any money. Therefore, you're not going to get paid by the NBA, like NBA players, because you work in a league that's not making money. And you can look this up. I'm not just saying this. You can look it up. It's facts. That's why you're getting paid what you get paid. So anyway, they came out on the one night shirts saying pay us and all this. So they've been very vocal. Like one of their players went on the screen and said something like, "You make $1,500 in 5 days. I make $1,500 in 7 days." What the hell does that have to do with anything? Yeah, we both have jobs. I don't. So anyway, they've got a little heat. So apparently there's been a recent pandemic at the WNBA games that I can't believe is a real thing.
I know what you're about to tell me.
Objects being thrown on the court during NBA games of various colors and sizes. We were chucking dildos at WNBA games. So I see this post about how they put up nets. And as you can see, A-Dog 00 YouTube, at A-Dog 00 YouTube, whoever you are my hero, because they point this, all NBA teams will now put these nets up. And his response is, it can slide right into one of the holes.
Oh my goodness. Look, I understand what
you are, but I love that comment. It can slide into the holes. It's fine.
I understand what you're saying. I do. You're, and I'm pretty positive you're right. I haven't done the research myself, but yes, WNBA does not make as much as NBA. And I don't watch a lot of NBA unless the Cavs are going to the playoffs. Then I try to watch the Cavs. There's just so many games. And I'm more of a baseball fan, so I do try to, but I barely catch them, and they have way too many games.
It's the games. It's
exhausting.
It's so easy to watch,
And I watch a lot of other nerd shit, so it just takes too much time. But even though I don't watch NBA that much, I obviously do not watch the WNBA. But at the same time, I mean, maybe they shouldn't be asking for more. If they were thinking about it properly, there's a reason the NBA makes a lot more. They gather way more revenue. They make way more money because the NBA makes way more money. But at the same time, by all means, try to fight for your money. I'm fine with that too. I mean,
but I think it's the way that they.
But this is ridiculous. Okay.
I don't agree with the dildos being thrown, but I think you're right. They have a right to say they deserve more money, but I think it's the way they handled themselves, kind of outraging the fans they do have. You know, like I think they kind of brought it on themselves. Don't throw dildos, folks. Those aren't
fans. If you went to a WNBA game to throw dildos on the court, I know, but I'm just sorry. I saw this post already. This wasn't a surprise. I've already seen this post, and I've been kind of fuming over it. Like, these girls just want to play. I mean, yes, maybe they shouldn't be asking. That doesn't mean that they deserve more respect than the throw. Like this.
The dildo thing is not okay. I just thought the response was, they don't deserve this. They have every right to ask for every right.
Yeah. No, do they deserve it? No, maybe not, because, I mean, just logic says if they don't make enough money to earn more money. I mean,
even if you don't look up the numbers, if you turn on a WNBA NBA game, you can see it. You're not selling out the arenas. Now, I'm not saying you don't have good crowds, but you have a lot of empty seats. This is the point. Like, the league it's got to get bigger. You know, Caitlin Clark has been a big.
You need to bring more asses to seats, or you're going to start getting more money.
By the way, I didn't know if you knew it, and I think it's next year, but we're actually getting our WNBA team back. I don't even know if you remember the Cleveland Rockers. They're one of the original.
Had no idea we had one, but that's good.
They're one of the actual original franchises, and they're going to bring them back. So,
I mean, I love my co-host, and I think he's a great co-host. I ain't paying his ass because guess what? This does not give me the revenue to pay his ass.
We do it for the love. And I'll use another example, and I'm not saying because it's guys, but the UFL it is now. Those guys aren't getting paid NFL money. They just want to play. And they're on TV, and they're fucking excited about it, and it could lead to other things. Let your league grow. And then when the league starts taking off, then you say, show me the money. Then you Jerry Maguire that shit. But you have every right to ask for it, but you have to have, like for me, I work at a restaurant. If the restaurant's not making money, I can't say I want more money. That's not the way that works. Like, I'm not going to get paid if they're not making more money. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
The point of the story is not to beat up on the WNBA. The point is, don't throw that's not cool. You shouldn't throw. First of all, you shouldn't throw anything at any fucking sporting event. I don't like it at all. But don't throw something that can hurt somebody. We laugh because they're dildos, but that could really hurt somebody. Like,
some of those dildos are heavy.
Yeah, and some are flexible, some are hard and solid, like big, sharp.
I mean, you might get black scuffs on the court, you know.
Kids that are listening, those things aren't cheap. Okay. So
yeah, right. That's those dildos probably cost more than your WNBA ticket. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to fight for him, but dildos are expensive.
For your right to party.
No, that doesn't apply here.
Oh, sorry. Shout out once again to A-Dog because that was a funny response because you could slide right now.
I mean, it's a funny response. Don't get me wrong. I just have issues with the whole practice.
Somebody could trip on one. Like, it's just. And what if they happen to have their mouth? Oh wait, cut that. Just keep going. Just cut that. The mouth happens to be open and one flies. It could choke. Like, it's bad.
I thought he meant holes in the net. Calm down.
Oh, my bad. Cut that.
Cut.
All right. Well, I almost forgot about this. But we have to discuss, even though we're not officially in the season yet. We got some preseason, baby. Football is back.
I didn't get to watch any of it, but
I didn't either. And I didn't break out the logo. We will be breaking out soon because this is just preseason, and I get a lot of hate. Listen, it's cool to see some of your draft picks out there, blah blah blah. But it's just preseason. Some guy at work was trying to give me crap because they lost, and I'm like, it doesn't.
It's preseason.
It's preseason.
I will say it's a mixed bag.
What you look for, and I know you're like me. If I do watch them, I'm looking for what are the things we need to see. What does the defense look like? What does the O-line look like? And things like that. But I don't care about the score because it's just practice with another team. But at least it gives you a chance to kind of see where some of our issues may be.
And when our starters were in there, we were winning.
Yes. There again. Like, it's, And that's what the coworker was trying to give me shit. Said, well, they got beat by the third or fourth string. I said, yeah, they were beating our third or fourth string. What do you? Nobody kept their starters in the whole game. It's preseason. Like,
I believe the Bengals played the first quarter or like 2 series. Both series for the offense looked amazing.
Yeah. I didn't get to see it. I think the starters played the whole first quarter because they addressed the fact of how the Bengals do struggle at the beginning of every year with Joe Burrow, which is true. Like we suck.
Yeah, this is the first time they started playing most of the starters in the preseason.
Starters out there, yeah, some more, but I don't know. I didn't get to see it. But we're back. We're a few weeks away. Actually, there's only 3 preseason games this year, right? They shortened the preseason.
Yeah, it's been 3 preseason games for the last, I think, 3 years. We'll have a week break because there'll be a week where there's no football, but that week is when we get the Buckeyes, and the Buckeyes have a huge first game against rank 1 Texas, and we're ranked 2.
This one game, like the loser of this one game, that could fuck their whole season in theory. Whoever loses that game could.
I don't know about that because
I'm not saying
being 1 or 2, depending on how bad the loss is, being 1 or 2, I don't know if it will fuck. And it's better to do this at the early part of the season.
It's a huge way to open the season, that's for sure. Dang, like in your face.
The way the voting works, if the Buckeyes were to lose this game, they could come back as long as they do well the rest of the season. The fact that it's early means it's a lot easier to come back. If it was later, that might derail a season, but I think with it being an early game, and it's if you lose to the number 1 team, you're expected to lose, right? If you're number 2.
Right. Exactly.
So
it'll be interesting. It's going to be a good first game. I'm not complaining, and at least as of now, that's one of my days off on my work schedule. So I might get
it's a night game too, so I will be able to watch it.
I have a very amazing boss, and he's like, you know what? You don't need to be here on Saturdays. Why do you need to be here Saturday? These guys. I don't care what they have, but okay, I'll take it. All right, let's move on. It's time for some WWE news. And I even remember to give you the graphics. See, I'm on my shit this week. And we're going to leave it right here for a second as we address 2 things. The first one is going to be that Karrion Kross and Scarlett are officially gone from WWE. And no,
that's not it. Well, these don't say what they are.
But when you put up the news graphic, I said just hold on there for a second. I got you. I'm producing you. It's fine. We're just going to stay on this while we talk about these 2 cuts or releases real quick.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
My bad. I'll start. Got it. So Karrion Kross and Scarlett have been released. I don't know if I'm totally convinced that this isn't a work.
Yeah, it seems weird.
But if you go back, you'll have to look this up on your own time, even you people listening, if you get a chance. And if you go back to some of these interviews that Karrion did over the last few months, he was very vocal about his feelings. And apparently it was not a shoot, like he was just, or it was a shoot. I mean, it wasn't work. He was doing these shoot interviews talking about how he wasn't happy. And now they're saying he had heat with Triple H, which is why Triple H blew it off when people were chanting, we want Karrion. And he said, yeah, I know you want Brock. You got Brock. You know, he just blew it off. So they're saying he got heat with Triple H. If that's the case, that would explain why you're gone, Karrion. I mean, I don't think they were looking him right either. But if you got heat with Triple H, that's. But apparently they confiscated signs at Monday Night Raw that said we want Karrion. That's.
Oh wow.
But again, I don't know if I'm totally convinced that this one is a legit cut. The other person who was let go that I was going to go into detail, but I want to wait until I have all the information. But Austin Theory has been let go.
I heard. And
as much as I would dog on Austin Theory, when something happens that I feel might be a little, I like to stand up for him. Austin was let go because apparently he is facing charges now. He's been accused of having something to do with Capitol riots a couple of years back.
Like January 6th?
No, a couple of years back. Not this year. Was it January 6th? Is that when it happened? Like
no, that was January. January 6th was like 2020 when Trump lost.
Yes, that Capitol riot, yes.
Yeah, that's kind of a... Yeah.
He's apparently being charged with having some involvement in that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm waiting for a little more news to come out about it, but basically my issue with this is Mr. Nick Khan, you came out talking about Brock saying, innocent until proven guilty. You didn't. Now, I know it's two different things. Brock wasn't actually charged, but Brock wasn't let go. And even if Austin was charged, Austin's not guilty of anything yet. So I kind of feel like what Nick Khan should have said was, if you're a big enough star, we don't give a fuck what happens, is what he should have said.
Well, what I would say is they did release Brock or whatever they did.
The news has come out that Brock was under contract the entire time. All they did was send him home. Brock's been getting paid millions of dollars to send him home. Brock was never released. And that has been confirmed.
I guess the argument there is Austin Theory isn't Brock.
Exactly, and that's why I'm upset about it. And I don't like Austin Theory. And I remember, I'm not saying it's right to storm the Capitol, but that's kind of just protesting about your country.
Well,
compared to you were offered someone you knew was being used as a sex toy, and you may not have took it, but you knew about it and just let it keep going on. Yeah, I have a real morale issue with this, and I'll keep bringing it up. If Brock would have rushed the Capitol, he'd still be there. It wouldn't matter. If it was Seth, he would still be there. So what you should have said in your conference was, if you're a big enough star, you can do whatever you want. No
one's going to say that.
Also, if you want, I find this a little interesting that in an interview, Triple H tried to say John Cena wanted Brock. Well, John rebutted in his interview and said, I'll say the same thing I've always said. I've never picked my opponents. They deal the cards, and I play them. So they were trying to fade the heat to each other about who brought Brock back. Like, Brock is allowed to be there. Brock's not accused of anything. And that's a moral issue, but I'm just saying Austin Theory got let go because he was Austin Theory and not a big enough star. That's my point. That's my rant.
I will say a couple things. One, I almost think that this might have just been an excuse because I think we all knew that Austin Theory was more of a Vince guy, and things kind of changed a lot when Vince was, pushed out.
They weren't using him, but I think they should. I think it's bad timing. I think you should have released him before. Just to me, it looks bad publicly. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, that's a fair argument, but I would also like to point out, I don't want to get super political and argue too much, but there is an argument. I know you say it's just a protest, but this was also a protest where people were talking about, or were yelling to hang Mike Pence. This wasn't just a simple. It was a little more than a simple protest.
True.
I mean,
we don't actually know what he's accused of yet either. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. This is the first time I've heard about that part.
There were some things that happened there that weren't right. I agree with you. I guess at the end of the day, my point is I just feel like it was bad timing. It makes it look like, it depends on who you are if you can come back or not.
To play both sides of the arguments, others would argue and I have different thoughts on that. I have thoughts on this too, but people would argue a lot of the protests with when there was riots and burning down buildings, that also takes it a little farther than just a protest.
People tend to forget, like, the right to protest is to protest peacefully. Like, if you just stand out somewhere with your signs and protest, that's okay. But once you start burning stuff or hurting people or doing any kind of physical violence,
or throwing feces on the walls, stuff like that.
I don't agree with anything like that. I believe in freedom of speech, but when you start doing stupid shit, then it's not okay. Or you attack people that are around, formally. Like, if you just want to peacefully protest, that's one thing. But the other stuff, I just want to enter a Capitol building or any other fucking building in Washington. That's just me. Like, I'm not down for that one.
I'm just saying that and I understand your argument, especially with Brock. I guess that I didn't know they were still paying him, but even if they're still paying him, they kept him off TV and everything because of his the situation that happened with him.
Yeah, and we haven't seen him again yet because so what they're saying, which makes sense, is they threw Brock out to see what would happen. That was the tester. People went nuts, but that was the return. So now it's what's going to happen the next time Brock shows up, whether they decide to bring him out on the Raw or whatever. Between now and him and Cena are going to fight next month. I knew they weren't going to do it at Clash in Paris. I just saw that coming. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next time Brock shows up. I think the cheer will be just as big, and that's fine. Brock didn't. So far, he didn't do anything. Again, that's an opinion there of mine on Brock. I'm not going to stop watching WWE, and if Brock wants to come back and whip John Cena's ass, I'll watch that shit. I mean, I'm just being honest. It's still a moral thing, though.
Yeah.
I can't say he's not allowed on TV. That's not my place to say. So it'll just be interesting to see if the next reaction is any different, because it also depends on what state they're in and what town they're in. Like, wrestling fans are so different everywhere.
That's true. That's true.
Like what happened to Hogan last time he made an appearance. Wrong place, wrong state. Bad, bad. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get off all this negative. Let's go to the next thing, which is the John Cena shirt, the John Cena Peacemaker crossover. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. And if I got a John Cena shirt, I think that would be the one I'd want.
If I bought one for the farewell, that would be the one I would want. That's pretty cool crossover, which that's out now, I think, or it's getting ready to come out. Peacemaker season 2 is either
this month, I think.
Yeah. Then, man, I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to lie. I had to go back. I wanted to look this up, but they are re-releasing. Actually, they have re-released John Cena's rap album. That's right, kids.
Okay.
If you missed out on The Time Is Now,
that's the thing.
To buy John Cena CD on WWE Shop. And I looked it up, and there is actually a couple songs that aren't bad on there, but I don't want us to get pulled off YouTube, so I didn't send you any audio. But he actually does have a couple of good songs on there.
Gotcha.
I think it was 20 years ago, 20th anniversary. I can't remember for sure. If you put that up, I got a graphic there for it. I think it says it's 20 years. Is that what it says?
I'm not sure. I just looked up the release date on Peacemaker season 2, and it's August 21st.
Oh, okay, gotcha. August. So it is this month. Okay.
Yes.
So we do get Peacemaker right around the corner. Like I said, if you missed out on your copy of You Can't See Me, you want to play Basic Thugonomics? No, Basic Thugonomics is one that I want. I'm just joking. But anyway, those are 2 new John Cena items. I'm sure you didn't get to see Raw, which I did not.
No, I did not
either, but I didn't see what happened. And if you go to the graphic that's marked number 10 there, you'll see the promo for the poster. We officially have a fatal 4-way for the world title at Clash of Paris. Seth Rollins defends against main event Jimmy Uso, LA Knight, and CM Punk.
Okay. Nice. This is just to continue the feud with CM Punk, and I'm cool with it. And I love the Starry Night thing.
Yeah, and you know what? That's WWE's poster too. I did nothing to that. I just added our logo. I did no effects. That's the official.
I know that we use the same program for our Photoshop, and I don't have a Starry Night option that I know of.
Neither do I. It not looks like that. That's definitely pretty sweet. Also, for Clash of Paris is Logan Paul versus John Cena. And I'm pretty sure, I'd have to go in the archives, but I'm pretty sure when we started talking about Cena's retirement tour, I said he would probably face Logan Paul eventually.
I think you have.
I'm pretty sure I said that, and that's going to happen in Clash in Paris. And then next month, I suck. I should have looked up what next month's pay-per-view is, but that's where Brock and Cena will fight is next month. I bet Cody will not be defending the title of Clash of Paris because he has to leave to film at some point. That's why I'm shocked he won the championship, because he's got to leave to film Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Roman's already gone for his little bit of time off to film the movie. So, yeah, Clash of Paris, August 31st in France. I think that's the only 2 matches announced so far as the 4-way for the world title and Cena versus Logan. So, by the way, actually, we might get a world title match because they're teasing Drew and Cody, and I almost forgot this, but real quick, last week on SmackDown, when Drew attacked Cody, Cody was outside on the ground up against the announce table. Pardon me. And Drew took off and gave him a fucking Claymore on the ground like that through the side of the announce table. It was really badass. Like slid right on the ground like it was baseball sliding, and Claymore Cody through the fucking announce table. Pretty cool. So we may get that match at Clash of Paris, so that might be next month. But all right, next is the big WWE news that we were both not sure how we felt about, and a lot of people aren't. WWE has signed a deal with ESPN. Now, before we talk about anything else, like pricing, accessibility, blah, 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 if people take everything out, all that out, think about this. And we're older, so to us, we get this. It's a huge deal that next year WrestleMania will be on fucking ESPN. Like, you're talking about a sport that you used to have to hide if you were a fan. You were talking about something they used to not call a sport. I remember the first time I saw WWE on ESPN, I'm like, holy shit. And now we're going to see WrestleMania on ESPN. That's huge for WWE. That's huge for WWE. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, their app's going to be $29.99. But there are a few catches. One is if you have a TV provider, whether it's Spectrum, YouTube TV, or whatever, and you get ESPN in your TV subscription, then you will be able to log into the app and will not be charged any extra to watch the pay-per-views. The first thing you and I said was, and folks, it's because of the show we do, we're like, if I can't watch the new ones right away, that's fine. What about our content? Where's our stuff going? Because it's leaving Peacock. And by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but Peacock just raised their prices, which I think is kind of shitty. As soon as WWE's gone, I probably won't keep Peacock. Like you're like, okay, guys, your subscription's almost over, so we're gonna rape you for every dime we can get before. Anyway, I shouldn't rant about Peacock. I'm sorry, we use them right now, but I thought it was kind of crappy to raise prices when you're losing content.
How much are they raising it?
Every plan I think is going up either $1 or $2 every.
Oh, okay. So it's
not a lot, but still
not a huge jump. Not $29.99 jump.
No.
Okay.
No, so let's talk about what we were worried about. I did find out, and it's been confirmed that the content is not part of the ESPN deal. The content's also not staying on Peacock. We were both hoping Netflix, and nothing's official, but I read something interesting because to you and I, the old content's very important because of what we do. And there are people like the old stuff, but going all the way back to the WWE network, it's always been the same. The old stuff doesn't get watched as much. So there's two very interesting contenders for the old content, and that's Google and YouTube. Because if either one of those happen, we won't be paying anything to do our podcast.
Are you sure? Because YouTube does have a YouTube premium service.
Yeah, but even now we use Peacock, but we can pretty much go on YouTube now and look up any of these pay-per-views and watch them. They just might be missing a thing here or there or whatever, but there's a chance. And nothing's official, but it sounds like YouTube is very interested in having the content. And you know what? If it's one YouTube channel that I have to pay for or pay for premium YouTube, I think it'd still be cheaper than $30 for ESPN.
Yeah, I think instead of just buying ESPN, it may be better than to just update my service to cable.
Well, and I kind of mentioned that to you. Like, I have Spectrum now, and it's like, well, how much would it cost me to just upgrade to where I have ESPN instead of paying? Or, guess what, kids? I remember the old days. I can just wait, and if I really want to see a pay-per-view, I'll pay for 1 month and watch the pay-per-view and then drop it. And I'll do that every time I want to see a pay-per-view. That's it. All right, well, let me remove all these. Before we do have one more thing, but I have one more thing before we get to our normal feature. And you don't even know about this. And
we never did whatever that belt graphic was.
That was John Cena's album, but you were on the phone Googling something and you never put it up, so I just let it go.
Oh, my bad. You didn't tell me to switch to it. Sorry, I didn't know that was it.
So, before we get to our last thing, I have one more thing. Now, if you remember a few weeks ago, we introduced everybody to Mr. Mock Foley. Your alter ego, Mr. Mock Foley. Well, I did some research because I'm like, listen, we all know Mick Foley has 3 personas. There's three faces of Mick Foley, and I'm like, well, Mock Foley has to have 3 faces, right? So,
okay.
We all know that Mick Foley has the character Mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Mock Foley's version of that. There you go. There's the image. Mock Foley has Unkind.
Unkind. Oh, I love it.
Listen, I'm not trying to brag, but I did this all myself, folks. This is Unkind. Mock Foley, alter ego.
So I would like to do one little change to this. I think the happy face should be just like the regular yellow happy face with just a frown.
Well, it was but I thought it kind of looked better because this is Mankind style. It was actually just yellow when it first, but there you go. There is Unkind, the first face of Mock Foley.
I love it.
That's right. And stay tuned, kids, because he doesn't know about him, but we're going to see all the faces. I got some tricks in my sleeve.
Okay. I'm loving it. I'm already loving it.
But I tell you what, we'll try it the other way too. We'll post them both. It's fine. There you go. Unkind. That's your first face of Mock Foley. There you go.
This might become my profile pic.
Dude.
Or at least a modified version of it.
I shared this morning, yes, with our number one fan, Sean that we both know, because remember, he is the one where it actually originated, just because when I tried to send him that message, it autocorrected it to Mock Foley. That's how this was all born.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, well, we all know what time it is now. It's our favorite time of the week, right? It is time for the Chic Tweet of the Week.
Chic Tweet.
And this week, like I get this reference a little bit for sure. I know what the Sheik is talking about here. This week's Sheik tweet is nobody puts baby in a corner unless you want suplexed. Oh, you want to get suplexed, you dumb son of a bitch. It's obvious that the Sheik has hungry eyes and he's trying to have the time of his life. You know what I'm saying?
Hungry eyes.
Well, dirty death. Don't put baby in a corner. The Sheik will break your fucking neck, you jabroni. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fucking love the fact that I have
Love
so
me.
much set going through these every week, and I get amazed that I keep finding ones that we haven't used.
Yeah.
My best, not duplicate. I actually have a whole file. I put these all together. I have a Sheik tweet file. So
That's awesome. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, because I try not to.
I have files with all my promo picks too.
Yeah, I keep them all together because I'm like, how would I know? Like some of them I recognize, but sometimes it's like, I don't know, but I know I've never done this.
I need your unkind picture.
Oh yes, I will make sure I send that to you. Absolutely. All right, well, we did it. We made it through our bullshit.